Hey, I'm endorsing a new cola, kids. And this one isn't poisonous to anybody.
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the pathetic stuff you have to do. Try new improved Buzz Cola.
Cola. Must get Buzz Cola. Let's do this thing! Well, it's about time. Woohoo! I am Evil Homer. I am Evil Homer. Hey, Apu.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete. Go back home and... Holy
Piece of cake. Cake.
Watch out!
Oh, I think I broke something.
Hello. We've had a few technical difficulties. I can actually hear myself back. So I've had to mute the stream. Because normally it doesn't actually play back the commentary through for anyways. So yeah, we have a race between Cythertime and Pessimistic Mango. This is probably the second closest race of kind of like the high levels we've had. We had Vapo versus Orc, and they were 4th and 5th at the time, if I remember correctly. And now we have Cythertime, who is the 2nd place runner, versus Pessimistic Mango, who is the 8th place runner. So we're looking at two very, very high quality players. Coops is having a little bit of difficulty with the playback. Apparently it's only doing 5 FPS for her, so we are unable to co-commentate, as obviously it would be very difficult to commentate a race with only 5 FPS. Now, the tournament is an ASM tournament. Basically, we have, your standard any percent, but the problem with it is that you can skip a mission by failing it 7 times. But the game can't tell the difference between a fail and an intentionally restarting the mission. So you just restart the mission 6 times and fail it once, and we just don't get much of the game. So all story missions is basically any percent, but you're not allowed to skip missions.
It was like that when I got here. Beat fight, done. Ladies, look.
Okay, I'm trying just to see what's happening here because Coops is still reporting technical difficulties.
My lost nachos. This is the worst town in America. I am Evil Homer.
Now, we're moving on to the first major strat of the run, which is Smithers. A lot of people get mixed up with Skinner, but just because of
I am Evil Homer.
Okay, we're just gonna have to check for a moment. It's just that I'm getting the audio playback, and it's just a little bit distracting to kind of hear yourself back as you're speaking. So we're trying to handle that. So both of them moving now in the minivan. We pick up a traffic vehicle because the family sedan actually has worse top speed than both of them. However, I believe the minivan has the exact same acceleration and is also significantly tougher. So when you're trying to destroy a vehicle, it's obviously beneficial to have a tough vehicle. Okay, both of them managing the first hit, although Mango appeared to be a little bit slow on getting out of there. Meanwhile, Cyther getting out very nicely into the trap, and Coops is now joining it.
Yeah, it's working now. Alright, yeah.
Eat my dust.
My convertible. I just what?
Okay, moving on to Blind Big Brother, the first of two missions that you have to do on foot, basically. Kind of quite boring and just a sign that this game was only ever a driving game because the movement is so imprecise. And also, good news for everyone, I'm not hearing my own voice played back, so it's a lot easier to keep a train of thought going when you don't hear yourself talking back to yourself.
I know this has been mentioned, but the thing with Homo 1 is like it's just one big tutorial level, so there's not really much to commentate on, really.
Yeah. As Raj, the northern gentleman, says, the first two levels are basically just days in the life of, so they're massively boring in all truth. Not much happens, not much of consequence, and Mango gets scorpions. Absolutely delightful.
The only thing really needed.
Moving on to sexy footage, or as Cythertime might put it. One moment, I'm just trying to scroll through. The Cyther footage. Actually, just thinking now, both of these runners right now have an emote devoted to a moment within one of the two unskippable cutscenes within the run.
Of March.
Mango has crap circles, and Cyther has sexy footage. Okay, I'll try to swap over to Cyther's audio.
Marge, that black van is spying on us. Piece of cake.
Just because he is slightly ahead in the general. And I'm my sincerest apologies, we just managed to cut off Marge telling Homer when he's sexy. But
you'll see quite a few times they'll restart the mission like while they're in like an interior or just not close to their vehicle. That's basically to like warp them into their vehicle, and it saves like quite a few seconds.
Now, this mission is a good example of rubber banding. Basically, you have to follow this, and if you fall out of range, you fail it. But, you know, The Simpsons Hit and Run was for mostly children. It was a 7+ game where I was, so a lot of young people were expected to play it. And obviously, young people might not be great at video games. So the game tries to make it very difficult to fail. Now, Pessimistic Mango manages the Trailer Park Wasp, which Cyther did not. That will be very beneficial for his coins. And you'll see that the van is moving very quick. However, if they fall behind, the van will move very slow. It's just to make it hard to fail. But because this mission's endpoint is like dependent upon the van getting there, and you getting there is kind of inconsequential, we want to be close, because that way we can finish the mission quicker. However, you'll see both of them hanging back here. It's because the van has to take a left-hand turn, and you saw on Mango's screen there, it very nearly crashed. By slowing down, the van slows down, which equals more control, less crashing, which equals quicker to the end of the mission.
You'll see also here, they'll get out of their car because they get, Cyther's probably not going to get out of his car, but if you get out of your car, the rubber banding basically just excludes itself. And like, both of them getting the freebies, but yeah, like if you get out of your car, there's no rubber banding, so you can just grab the wasps, and it's faster for him to get there anyway.
Cyther now going for a main menu warp. I'm not seeing people go for main menu warps here. It might just be the new. Probably is just what's in vogue right now, as both of them go for it.
Yeah.
Basically, in this game there are 20 wasps per level, but in truth, there's only 3 that exist. Those 3 just permanently teleport around, simulating 20. You can destroy the first 2 wasps in any level with your car. After that second wasp is destroyed, no matter how you destroy it, for the third wasp, you can no longer have a hitbox with your car. However, the main menu warp basically just resets that counter. When they go from Homer 1 to Bart 1, that counter will automatically reset, but the menu warp is just a way of doing it within the level, which is pretty handy for us. Pick up extra coins as wasps are worth 25 each. Both of them managing maybe a worse Bone Storm than they would have wanted. There's a shortcut you can take if you do this quick enough, and neither of them did it in time.
Yeah, like you say it's a one cycle in a way, but they two cycled it. You could say it's like that.
Both runners will now be going for Neighbor's Garden.
They want the wasp
getting
here,
the
that's
wasp.
why they made menu warped.
In your face.
Managing very smooth control of the Canyonero over an area which is very prone to speed boosts. Now you see there a pan skip, which you're going to see Pessimistic Mango do. Basically, the camera would pan in really slowly, about 5-6 seconds before you can do anything. Oh, ooh, and now you're actually going to see the pan because Mango had a drop input or maybe just a miss input and accidentally worked back to SMRT, which removed the ability to camera pan skip. However, he did do it for the start of SMRT.
You'll see both of them are going to do a glitch here, where they just reverse and clip straight through the wall by resetting their car.
If you look at the family sedan, it's really, really long on the back. And the way the game maps out the reset is based on where the player character is. So because the sedan's so far at the back, it, you know, by being backwards against it, the reset is half in, half out, which just nullifies the existence of the wall.
Yeah, so some cars can't even do the reset.
Rocket Car can actually do it straight forward. I think that's something that people were talking about in all tasks a while ago, as to whether it was worth it, because the Rocket Car is the fastest car in the game, however, extremely weak. Both runners getting a sub-12 Homer 1. I think Cyther got a 149, if I remember, and Mango with a 1153. These 153 would be fantastic. He did say he was covering up some world record strat, so we'll see how that goes for him. Cyther getting clobbered by Skinner.
Luckily, there's a strat here, though. If you don't escape Skinner, you can just go into the DMV and immediately lose him anyway.
It's just basically because it's a lot easier to code the interior of a building to just be a place you teleport to, rather than the actual interior of the building, because it's difficult to like map out the sizes of things, because, you know, interiors have to be consistent with the outside of the building. Now, both runners are gonna try to get a traffic car here again, but which one do they want, Coops?
Well, they want either the taxi or the sports car. The difference between the two is the sports car has better handling and acceleration, I think, but the taxi has a bigger hitbox for wasps. But they're both the exact same speed, so there's not that much of a difference.
Ooh, I think Mango made a bit of a misplay there, taking so long to get the sports car. Both of them going for this mini grind here. Basically, the vending machines and the vending boxes have 3 hit points. On each of these hit points, they're designated to drop a certain number of coins. However, when we mission warp, when we go to a new level, when we do anything that kind of like, you know, causes the map to reload, if you get me, it basically refills those hit points.
Yeah,
so
it's
if
a small exploit.
If a vending box drops 10, you can kick it twice, get 20, and then mission warp, and then get to 31 later. You're going to see during Bart and Frank, they're both going to destroy that box, and instead of it giving 31, it will have given 51 coins throughout this run, which is obviously favorable to the normal 31.
Again, this is one of those missions where there isn't really much to commentate on. It's just you drive and collect things.
Again, Bart is just a very... like, they're both quite dull levels.
Tutorially.
And also, these are both good runners, so we're expecting everything just to go right. So there's not much else to say other than Mango getting the strat. Cyther here is going to be going for Wiggum Escape. He's probably going to get the strat. There's just not much to talk about.
Yeah, Wiggum Escape's a strat. I'm pretty sure you confuse the AI by just going straight forward here, which is kind of dumb on the game developer's part.
Yeah, Mango discovered it by accident. Like, I don't know if this is an actual proper number, which is true, or if it's just like a kind of colloquial, oh, it's really unlikely this is going to go wrong. But we just say 1 in 100 chance it's going to work. Mango looks like it is going to work for him as well. Cyther gets the freebie on Boxer Dooley. Boxing Dually is probably the first genuinely difficult mission, but why is that, Coops?
Isn't like the nerd car just way faster for no reason?
180 kilometers an hour it goes.
And then, for some reason, you race the nerd car again in Lisa, but he's slower than in this mission.
However, his driving is a lot more smooth. You're gonna see, if he overtakes Mango, you're gonna see quite volatile driving. And even if you look at Mango's minimap there, he crashed, and that's kind of why you win these races.
Yeah.
Cyther getting fast car again. Good news for him.
It's pretty good RNG on his side. You also see
and a nice
they'll leave
purple
those two
color.
betting machines there. They'll get them later.
A nice purple color as well on that sports car, and Cyther a very big fan of Waluigi. So I think, you know, deep down that's like a psychological victory for him. Now we're gonna see if he's gonna get the dirt jump skip. He's been trying it recently. I've been watching his streams and he has been trying it a bunch. Although it's slightly inconsistent because the van can just decide to turn the other way and he's not gonna go for these two right behind. We'll see how Mango goes. I think he might give it a go. He's the type. Let's see. I'll just leave you to kind of fill in the gaps as to what he's the type actually means. I think Mango's going to go for it. He's positioned to, anyways.
And then the van's just going to go the opposite way.
Wait, you thought it was going to go up that dirt jump, says the van? No. Cyther here getting the slower but safer route on the van. By going around the car wash area, it doesn't try to get itself stuck. Oh, geez, Mango, you're going to see now the rubber banding effect because this van has slowed down as a result of what happened there. However, he does get the faster but more dangerous route. I've actually seen him not attempt to trap himself before going this way. However, the vast majority of times you're going to see this van try to turn right, and turn right again. And Mango does not manage to stop him.
He nearly did. No, he did.
He didn't stop him, but I think he just stopped him in such a way that it was just massively beneficial for him. Well done to Mango.
Yeah, and also you'll see they both got this coin box here. They get it because they could just kind of the car just teleports them back to where they need to be, so it literally wastes no time at all to get it.
And actually, if you get out of your vehicle just before that warp occurs, you can actually go out of bounds in this game.
Oh.
I found that somewhat independently. However, Netheris technically discovered it first, but I discovered it when people were watching, so I'm still claiming responsibility for this. I still want it named after me. Now, both runners here will be racing Snake. His car is significantly better than anything you'll ever see in this level. Both of them actually with equally dark colors of smoke here. They both should really lose this race, because Snake's car is quick, but we have this reset that saves 10 seconds, and also he just drives terribly.
Yeah.
Cyther runs through black screen, picks up the... What's it again? Is it a vintage radio is what he's looking for?
I think it's a radio, yeah.
We're going to see what Mango does. We'll see if he tries to run through black screen or if he does a double pause to buffer it out.
I don't know if you explained what the teleporting was like, where you reset your car and it walks you to a different position. I don't know if you really explained that while I was having difficulties, but...
Which do you mean? The resetting function, or...?
Yeah.
Well, okay, just to explain it, this game has really bad physics, so it's kind of assuming at some point you're going to end up on your side, or you're going to have a point where you physically can't drive out. Instead of, being reasonable people and coding it so that the cars don't give you, impossible places to be, the game just said, okay, here's a button that puts you to the nearest road. During Barton Frink race, that benefits us because we can reset to the nearest road and just skip 10 seconds of the race. During autopsies, it can be beneficial because doing a reset literally loses us 100% of our momentum, so we're less likely to drop the nuclear waste. And generally speaking, it's just quite beneficial. Now, you saw there Mango went for a reset there, that Cyther also went for. However, because Mango was facing slightly to the right when he hit that wall, he was facing the correct direction to continue the pickups of the roadkill.
Yeah, when Cyther did it, he was facing the correct way.
The left, or... the thing is, the way this game maps out reset is it just basically takes the central point, say you're perpendicular to the road, and if you're slightly to the left, it'll face you left, slightly to the right, face you right. And the same thing's true of places like the jump just outside the Simpsons house. You can do a reset there, and depending on your direction, you'll be facing on the road, or you'll face towards the direction you want to be for the most part.
That was a really nice way to escape from Cyther.
Apu escape.
Apu escape, not Wiggum escape. That was earlier.
You'll see we'll see on Mango's screen that he will turn slightly to the right as he does this jump here after he goes through Krusty Glass. The reason is just basically because the Apu just kind of finds it hard to imagine that Krusty Burger is able to be driven around, so he just assumes you're back there somewhere. Cyther now beeping to the beat.
Yeah, this game has quite confusing AI.
It does indeed. Mango tried to go for a freebie there, but didn't get anything. That's going to be quite costly for him.
Let's see if what route they're gonna do. If they're gonna do like a new route or whatever.
I expect they'll both be doing new route. Definitely Cyther.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to explain this as it happens. You see the monkey Cyther's about to go for now? That would literally be the second last monkey we'd pick up. The last monkey remains the same, but that would be the second last one. The NG Plus route, because we don't need to pick up coins, picked up that monkey in the order we do now, and it does something slightly different afterwards, but I won't get into it because it's not relevant. So basically, we just borrowed from the NG Plus route to create this new Monkey See, Monkey Do route. And then they're both buying the Mr. Plow. I almost called it the Plow King. I don't think we've explained it, but in this game we're picking up coins because you require certain vehicles and certain outfits to initiate missions. Mr. Plow is the example here, and it's actually the first required vehicle that we actually use, because the Plow King is just terrible. We never even bother with it.
Yeah, we skip it and take a vehicle just off the road. We take either the pickup truck or the minivan.
It's either getting the box up top very nicely. I think I need to ask him about that, because I think I'm on the same number of frames as him, and I just cannot manage their jump. The physics in this game are really wonky. The more frames per second you have, Mango getting a freebie there, the Cyther did not. Basically, the more frames you get, the more speed boosts you get. And the dirt jump is one of these places you get speed boosts. And it's very, very difficult to manage when you go up high with your frames.
Yeah.
Now, Mango will be facing the wrong way because he was turning slightly to the left. Whereas normally you want to turn slightly to the right when you finish that area. And Mango's short on the jump. That is the danger of the jump. Sometimes you go too fast and you overshoot the monkey. Sometimes you go too fast and you get the monkey but you don't get the box. And sometimes you just don't even get anything. See how he does second time around? He will only... No, he was not going to get it.
Yeah.
I could tell from the start.
See, the thing with frame rates in this game is, like, the higher your frame rate, the worse the physics are, but you also jump higher and your cars drive faster. It's just weird how the physics work in this game.
Cyther now on to Sellouts. This is probably one of the first great gatekeepers of a run. Two reasons. Mango going for a very strange route. Normally you pick the monkey up he got there first, and then pick up the monkey he just got. But I think that's actually a bit slower.
Mango is doing the old route. Oh no, I know he isn't. He's getting this one last.
He isn't. He isn't.
Yeah, I got confused. I forget you get that one last.
Cyther managing quite a good first hit, although he's finding it hard to force the Sallow car to reverse in order to create new contact. Basically, this mission is we have to destroy 4 cars that are pretty weak, but the problem is that the traffic around this area is pretty, not
horrible.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I decided to use more diplomatic language. But, so we basically have to destroy them, and the problem is with the second and the third car, if you destroy them in the wrong place, you are out of position for the next car. So you really do have a domino effect of you mess up the second car, therefore you mess up the third car, although it's probably the more forgiving one. The third to the fourth car transition is significantly harder, as Cyther gets a 6:30 stadium. We measure our sellouts by the amount of time you have to get back to the stadium when you destroy the fourth car. So Cyther got a 6:30 there. I believe the best time we can get in ASM is about a 6:50, and the best one that's ever been achieved is a 6:48.
You'll see cutscenes skip here, but from Cyther, it's literally, this is like a 1 frame, like the only 1 frame cutscene skip.
And he gets
so
it.
Get it. It's harder the higher your FPS is. As we were speaking of FPS earlier.
Mm-hmm. I believe Cyther's on 145 frames per second, so that amount of time he had in which to get the menu where the mission select was available was only 1 in was a 1/145th of a second. So really, really short periods of time in which to do things. So, Mango getting a very good second car, although the
You
first
guys
and the
hit me
third
into the
car
wall,
was very, very bad. There's a new method we have. I don't know how new it is, but it's very new to me. If you use the e-brake just before contact and turn to the left or right slightly as you hit the vehicle, you get extremely good contact, and Mango just did not get it on the third car. Or, no, the fourth car. My apologies.
He wants to be done with the car here because the stadium's right here, but
He will be hoping here for a decent hit, and he should get it. Yeah, he gets it. 605, which is... I think he's generally satisfied with a 615, if I remember from being in his streams.
I mean 605 is still a generally decent sellouts. But now there's
I don't think for the top 10. Not for the top 10. Oh. Okay, Cyther just spoke through his stream.
I'm like, wait.
Oh, Mango got the
missing
one pause and then just undid it. To briefly explain cutscene skips, there are just these video bits that are just loaded in. You cannot physically leave them once you're in there. The first one, which is part 1, lasts about 52 seconds. The second one, which is Apu, lasts about 2 minutes and 35 seconds. And the third one, part 2, lasts 47 seconds. However, the way this game works is that when the mission ends, you can have a mission select. And there are actually a few frames in which you're able to get that mission select before the actual cutscene loads in. So that's what the cutscene skip is. We're trying to pause on that frame, or 2 frames in the case of Apu and Part 2.
Yeah.
In which we are actually able to get that mission select. However, unless you all tab an Apu, you do not get any pause menu at all, except for the 2 frames that are available. And obviously on console, it's significantly easier. And actually, Coops here, we have a world record holder in Coops. The world record any percent console runner.
Yeah, one thing I found out is that you can, on the 2-frame cutscenes, if you're fast enough, you can actually unpause getting the cutscene and repause it again on the 2nd frame and get the cutscene skip. So if you mess it up, you have a second frame.
That's how forgiving console is. Now, Cyther will not be going for Clueless. We'll be seeing how Mango goes for it. There is a room in Krustili Studios which has 156 coins in it. And those coins are in very close proximity to each other, so you don't have to, drive vast distances in order to get things. So obviously it's beneficial. However, the coin route in the top runners has become so tight, so incredible, that we just don't do it. Even though really it only costs about 15 seconds for 156 coins. That's, 10 coins a second. But because it's basically just entirely off the beaten track, you literally have to not be doing a mission, or be in a mission but not be completing the mission, because there's no mission that, is on which that room's on its natural path to be finished. That they just said, no, we're not going to do it. We're just going to do mini grinding. We're just going to get out of the car during Redneck Roundup and give ourselves the smallest sliver of room in which to do it. It's really incredible.
Also, I really like bonfire. Yeah. You'll see after that they reset the car again. It's part of the reset trickery you do there, where when you reset your car, it just puts you back onto the road right where you need to be. So it saves you 2 seconds of a second or 2 of driving. And then you'll see them. You'll see Cyther buying me so cool here.
And getting a pan skip. Basically, any mission in which you have a required vehicle. By that we mean, if you get out of the vehicle, you will then get a 10-second countdown in which, if you do not get back into the vehicle, you will fail the mission. That's what a required vehicle is. Or, actually, no, not a required vehicle, a forced vehicle. My apologies. And in the case of Bonfire, it is Apu's Longhorn. And in the case of, for example, Bone Storm, as we saw earlier, as Cyther got the pan skip and Mango did not, it was the Canyonero. Moving now onto Operation Hellfish. 3 really easy to destroy sedans, however the second one can be very, very annoying.
Cyther just got kind of angled perfectly by a fish van then.
He did indeed. Let's see if Mango goes for Clueless coins here. I suspect he won't. I think he generally follows the top runners.
Yeah.
As he is himself top runner.
He'd end up skipping it.
Now the second sedan is slightly different.
Mango having bad luck with Millhouse here. Oh, there he is.
The second sedan, upon being activated, can turn left or right. Left is a lot more forgiving, and he does it for Cider because he can go down these little areas which make him very easy to destroy. Cider getting the destruction there, and he's already on the path he needs to be on. As Mango moves on to Bonfire of the Mantis, I'll keep an eye on his screen for a second. He's got this. He's got this. Now Cider using a reset function here to get behind where the sedan will be spawning. I'm getting a nice hit there. However, the ideal strat is to hit him in such a way that he only has one hit left. And then in his trying to get out, he destroys himself immediately. And then you can be on to the next mission.
I just did a re-sleuthing here. The drops can be like either really generous or just really mean. Where he can like, the final drop, he can either drop it like way before a ramp, or he can drop it on the other side of the ramp, making you have to drive like all the way around. What would they call it? All the way just around a road, basically. Yeah, that's wasting too many seconds.
The second drop can also be a little bit annoying because he can drop it near the stairs, and if he does that, it can make it a little bit annoying because you can end up actually jumping over the drop by accident. However, Snake's actually hitting a good few things.
He just flew over to the side for Cyther.
That was remarkable. Now, for lower level runners, and Mango getting the fish ban, I can only applaud that kind of production. Let's see how Cyber does. And as Coop said, going beyond. However, those are some of the most difficult drops that can ever happen, because if you overshoot it, you've failed the mission. If he drops it after he drops down, well, it's technically worse because you can't just jump back across the bridge. You know, you can overshoot that and the mission is failed. Whereas if he drops it on the other side of the bridge, you can miss it, but then turn to the left and just have it right there.
That actually happened to Cyther yesterday, if I recall.
Oh yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's just already practiced from it.
He was a bit calmer. I think the reason why he didn't even prepare for the possibility of it was because he actually had wonky driving, which is basically where the controls of a car are insanely sensitive when you turn left and right, or in some cases, insanely insensitive when you turn left and right. And also, the car will just suddenly, go left, right, really aggressively.
And it can also just spin out for no reason and drift everywhere.
Mango, okay, picking up that vending machine, that's really the last chance you have to pick up that vending machine. You can pick it up while you're in, and the sedan turns right, and you can just see how much worse it is for that sedan to turn right. And look, Mango is getting the destruction, but Cider, when he got that destruction, he didn't have to go out of his way to get it, and also he was already, yeah, he got to go down the shortcut. It was significantly faster, whereas Mango's having to do all this, driving around to destroy him. Isn't that inconvenient?
You gotta see Mango doing the respawn here. To be behind the sedan.
Let's see how... he's not... he gets a very good hit. Very, very nice for Mango. Although I'd say with the second sedan, Cider's Hellfish was much better, and also the first sedan for Mango was not perfect.
Yeah, it was quite off.
Now, Cider here is on fishy deals. I actually quite like the mission because it's a very basic, how quickly can you drive? With very basic, you have to go through these points because there's 22 different things you have to physically pick up. Moving now on to Old Pirate and the Sea, an Ernest Hemingway reference.
There's like two strats here. There's one where you can trap him and get coins into the pier, or you can just smack him into the wall.
Normally I see people... This is going to be a bit risky for Cider. Normally people will restart the mission because it resets the position of the limo, which makes him take longer to get to this point, which means he can reverse back further to get more momentum and get a bigger hit. But maybe Cider didn't do it because perhaps his coins are not as he would like them to be. And we're going to see how Mango deals with Snack. Snack is gonna be kind, and Mango is off on its merry, merry way.
It saves him quite a few seconds over Cythern.
I hope it's a very merry way. I hope Mango is currently skipping through a field of daffodils right now. I want him to be so merry. Like, you cannot even comprehend the merriness I'm anticipating for Mango.
Scyther's gonna maybe messing up the.
This is a very unforgiving lamppost.
Yeah.
Vibre's actually.
The reason you jump there and not like at an easier one is because you jump up right next to a wasp, which just gives you basically 3 coins.
Also, it is slightly closer to where you have to physically be, so like you have to drive less for it. Now we're gonna see a few donuts more. We're gonna see more mini grinding, which is something you'll only see the top runners do, because these bits of mini grinding are A, quite difficult to remember, and B, just quite difficult to do, because these are actually quite time intensive and you have to know exactly what you're doing. It's the kind of runners like Cyther and Liquid who have that incredible muscle memory, just do it this way. And you're going to see him try to hit this box twice before Wiggum gets to his final destination. Doesn't get too many coins from it though.
Just get quite a few.
Only about 5 when there were 20 dropped. Now we're going to see how he does here with Donut Truck. This is probably the least forgiving backup to take. Up there with... I'm trying to think right now if there's anything that's less forgiving. He does manage to get Donut Truck nicely, yeah? Although ideally you want the Donut Truck in the other direction, because you can see on the right of Cyther, the Canyonero is kicking up dust as it moves along. I don't know why. This is coming from Cyther. He told me this. That it just makes the drop significantly less reliable. Now, the first drop he actually got there did not despawn. It doesn't actually exist, like, as far as visuals are concerned, but it's still there. You can see it on the minimap. And one of our runners, Nostalgia, actually had an instance of a despawn occurring, but didn't realize it and kept on trying to hit the object vehicle. But because it had dropped everything that's going to drop, it physically cannot drop anything more. Now we'll see how Cyther does Redneck Roundup. This is a very easy mission to do. It's not difficult at all.
Apart from the mini coin running he does.
It's very difficult when you incorporate a coin route. Now Mango actually getting fast strat on Limo here. He pushes him in there, although ideally I don't think that was good for Mango actually.
Yeah, he's going to drive away.
He's going to destroy the Limo very easily. But ideally, he would have wanted either A, to have gotten here quickly so that he could have a bit of time to get beach coins, or B, he would have wanted him destroyed against that first wall and just be done with it. Now, Cyther here will be picking up coins. This is where you're going to see deviations from, say, a casual player. Anyone can follow Cletus with a vehicle that's significantly faster than Cletus, if they, generally know how to control vehicles. Yeah. Not many people can take all these ridiculous zigzags to get coins here and there because it's just quicker. Because the mission's going to finish when it finishes anyways, because Cletus has to get to his destination eventually. Mango also going for the more difficult of the two positions, although managing it first try, and although not managing the Wasp first try or second try, and he will just abandon it. Now we're going to see, will Cyther go for mini grinding here? It looks a little bit risky. He'd like to... No, he is not. I don't know if that's an accident, but to me, I think if it were me anyways, because I've been trying to experiment with those mini coin grindings, disclosure, I'm around a 140 runner right now, which is decent, but not near the level of Cyther, or Mango for that matter. But I've been trying these mini grindings, and if I'm not ahead or equal to Cletus at the point where we are on that little bend, I will not bother with mini grinding. It's too dangerous.
You'll see, Donut Truck. Scythe's going to be doing Donut Truck soon.
Mango,
yeah. I'm tired.
Perfectly fine. Now, Cyther getting a decent final drop on the Donut. Ooh, the Donut Truck destroying Mango. He will have to go for a backup here. And as you can see here, he's trying those backups, but they sometimes just don't happen. And the chat is informing that Scythe is currently only a minute behind world record, which to me just also sounds like he is ahead of his PB, so he could potentially manage a PB, which, unless Mango manages an insane PB, puts him out of the running.
He's gonna make menu up here. He has gotten wasps, but
he's gotten one, I believe, and that was gotten by Cletus. No, he's gotten two, my apologies. One gotten by Cletus at the start of Redneck Roundup, and one at the end of Donut Truck.
Yeah.
Catch-up logic is certainly a mission. It's very, very frustrating, because depending on your route, for instance, the 6th drop can be difficult. Because I think we're going to see Cyther take the conventional route now, but some people will go through the Krusty Burger and go over that Krusty Glass, and sometimes you'll just miss the 6th drop, because just hitboxes are weird sometimes.
Yeah, the drops have very weird hitboxes where sometimes they're like elongated on the sides, but like they're not very tall. It's weird.
Mango getting the freebie, however, Cyther managed to get that freebie by making Cletus get it for him, so
yeah,
managing a little bit smoother. And mentioning rubber banding earlier, ever since the snake mission, Slithery's looting in last level,
gone.
Rubber banding no longer exists. If you fall behind, Cletus will leave you behind.
Also, a mechanic that I think it either was added in Redneck Roundup or they're gonna add it. It gets added in Wolves. Is that if a vehicle you're following that drops 3 items, you just mission fail.
If three items are active simultaneously, Mango here really he's gonna fail. He's gonna fail. I don't think he can do this. He decides to take the mission restart. I'd say right now, Cyther definitely in the position to win, unless he does something like missing cutscene skips or dropping waste. I think he is. We're looking at a requirement of Mango getting perfect Curator and Armor Truck, and Cyther getting awful Armor Truck and Curator, along with a cutscene skip. That's the difference we're looking at right now.
And
because Redneck Roundup's a long mission. You go through nearly the entire map. Ooh, and will he fail again? He is getting clobbered by Canyon Aero Physics. He's gonna fail. Yeah, he's failed a second time. Now Cyther is going to be going for a traffic car because he's going to want to go to that phone booth right there and get Malibu Stacy car. The reason for this is just because it's a significantly nicer car, and boom, pan skip. That is a 7-second pan. It takes forever. And we just destroy it. It's brilliant. I genuinely love it. I genuinely get kind of giddy seeing it. However, for me, I always forget to main menu warp, because you have to main menu warp after the mission after one side is in. Otherwise, you will remain in the Malibu Stacy car in a mission where you
destroy
very, very tough cars. And spoiler alert, the Malibu Stacy car isn't that great for that stuff.
Fun fact, you don't actually main menu warp to go rid of the Malibu Stacy car on console. You just go to a phone booth because we don't time with loads on console. So, we do time with loads on console. So... Also, an interesting thing on PC, for some reason there's one less load to the main menu than there is on console.
Jeez, Mango, this Redneck Roundup is just destroying him. Now Cyther here will be hoping for a freebie, and he does not get it. I believe he had a freebie available to him. I'm trying to think right now if he did or didn't.
I don't think he had enough speed.
I think he did. I think he did. Yeah, I know, but I was wondering if it was physically available.
Yeah.
Cyther here will be going for a mini coin grind. I think he's going to want to pick this box up properly during From Outer Space, I believe.
Yes, it's yeah.
His hit and run is high, and he's actually... Oh my... Is he going to fail this? I think he... Let's just hold on for a second and just see what... Oh my... Mango is getting destroyed! Look at what... Oh my dear... Both
Cyther failed the mission. I think
what happened to Mango? What's happening?
Yeah, Mango's being obliterated. If Cletus doesn't go over the ramp then he gets stuck because he needs one of his checkpoints, I think, is on the ramp.
Jeez. Jen, I do not have words sometimes for this game. It's just ridiculous.
Also, Cyther failed the mission there. I don't think it was a fail glitch. I think he just... The vehicle had like 3 drops.
Nah, it wouldn't be. I think... No, he'd already... I'm trying to think right now. The 5th drop is around the bridge, and I don't think it was that far, because he missed the 3rd drop, and the 4th drop is near the grocery store, 5th drop near the bridge. I think he would have failed by distance if if it was already at the bridge. So either going for a second mini coin grind on that box. I'd say just trying to correct his coins because people have been noting they're not looking terribly healthy right now.
Yeah. I think for the route they're on, they're going to be wanting to leaving Marge with at least like around 700 coins. But I could be completely wrong there.
It does generally, like, the starter Apu has a lot of coins in it. It's something I always underestimate. I always think, I'm undercoined, because I generally like to be quite safe. But the starter Apu, if you can do things like getting the construction yard block, getting certain things that are just like maybe a little less consistent for most people, but if you know how to do it right, it's good. Things like the freebie at the start, the sit and rotate. Now Cyther, ooh, will he get 2 cycles here? That looks like a very late 9th drop.
This is looking like a 2 cycle.
This is a 2 cycle! Dearing. Okay,
Oh.
Okay, quickly. Explaining 2 cycles.
So a 2 cycle is
Oh,
where the sedan misses a checkpoint, a drop checkpoint. So he drops drop 8 on checkpoint 9 and drops drop 9 on checkpoint 10, and then he has to go all the way around the map to get back to checkpoint 9 to drop the last drop.
I think checkpoint the quote unquote 9th drop, because the 9th drop is technically the one he most recently picked up, but we're talking if the sedan, if it functioned properly.
Yeah.
The 9th drop is the one that will mess you up. Just as Kus was saying, all these drops have geographically like predetermined areas in which a drop will occur, and the likelihood of drop occurring in any one instance over that geographical area goes up incrementally. So let's say it says it's a 0.5 chance, and it's 0.6, and 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. The problem is, at the final point in which a drop is possible to happen, the chance is not 100%. So that's why it won't always happen, and Cyther's beeping in frustration for not having gotten the drop. I don't believe a 3 cycle is possible. I said it might
There
be,
it is.
literally. But yeah, basically it's
finishing a Redneck Roundup now. Not Redneck Roundup. Is it Redneck Roundup? No, it's
it is
Ketchup
no,
Logic.
it's Ketchup Logic. And fun fact for you, I don't know if this has been beaten, but I know that the first person in this tournament to have gotten 2 cycled was this race's own Pessimistic Mango. So both of these runners in this tournament have been 2 cycled.
I'm gonna get out the way there.
Still very far. Absolutely fantastic. Hedgehog has hit the nail right on the head. Quote, never seen a 5-minute period with so much bad luck. Bearing in mind, we're watching 2 different runs. That is everything about this. The last 5 minutes have been incredible. Cyther, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. I am genuinely so sorry. it was ridiculous. It was just... words, they can't describe this game sometimes. IGN didn't describe it with this game with words. They just sort of, smeared ink over a page and sent it out. 7 out of 10. A raccoon, as you recall.
I think in all 3 races I've commentated with LP3, he's done the voice for only that part of the cutscene. Yeah, I think they're going to be one of finishing Marge.
Not freebie, but we'll be trying to pick it up manually.
Yeah, I think they want to finish Marge with 700 because they need 925 for Apu, and they also need to collect coins in Apu because they also need 600 for Bart.
What is that right there? I believe those are cans. But bottles, apparently. That's something that has always bugged me about this game. The term bottle of pop. I don't mind if people call it pop, but it's objectively a can.
It's literally a can.
Okay, now Mango going through Wolves Stole My Pills should be a little bit smoother, although that garbage truck is very annoying. Basically, if you hit a traffic vehicle, the driver just sort of goes, well, that's my life over then. and stopped controlling the car. Now we'll see how Mango does with the 2-cycle. Typically, you can tell the 2-cycle is going to happen based on the drop before you know the 2-cycle is going to happen.
Yeah.
Although there's a... Okay, in this game, there are 3 2-cycle possibilities. There is Soothing. We know that's a possibility, but it's literally never happened to anybody. It is just that unlikely.
This is
Then there is this, and Mango will not be getting 2-cycled. And then there is Incriminating Caffeine, which is the first mission of Apu, on which I think it's I'm trying to remember, because this actually happened to me during a run that was easy on PD pace. I think it's the 7th drop that you notice if something's going wrong. Now, side on to the Cola Wars, I believe this is called, Swordmaster Guide, Best Music. It's pretty good. You should have been here for Monkey See, Monkey Do. The second and last mission, which has to be completed on foot. Actually, I don't think it has to be completed on foot. I think you can get in the car and it won't fail you. So either not getting Mr. Plowjacket, massively disappointed with him.
Or let him off it as he just got 2-cycled.
There's only so much you can let someone off with. If he gets double 2-cycled in one run, I'll turn a blind eye. Now moving on to From Outer Space. This is a very difficult mission. There are 3 trucks. The first truck, it's difficult to get the strat, but it's relatively forgiving as far as backups are concerned, because there's a lot of solid objects to hit him against.
Yeah.
Second truck, easy still, but kind of difficult to do perfectly, because there is a collision you want, but if you don't get it correct, you, instead of doing like basically full damage, you only do the tiniest bit of damage, like half damage you want, and then he's on the road and you can't do anything about it. Third truck is probably the easiest one to get the proper strat in, but it's also the least forgiving to not get the proper strat in, because you are in a very open area. Like you see around Cider right now, he's got trees, that dumpster by the Krusty Burger, all those are solid objects, you cannot physically destroy them. Managing to get that box key mini grind against twice during his 2 attempts at Wolves to My Pals. But as you can see, like, there's a lot of solid things, and if you can hit something from behind into a solid object, you will do incredibly good damage to it. Now we'll see how he manages with Mansion Box. He will not get it. He falls short.
Will he drive it the wall? Nah, he's
today. Has anyone been playing Spider-Man? I don't know why I'm reminded of it by that. But, now he's going to be wanting 1 hit here, then he's going to reverse. He's going to let the coach truck go through Burns' mansion. He's going to stay back slightly, and around now he's going to want to make contact, and he's going to want to hit. There you go. That's it. You can actually get him within 1 hit from death. But Silent Manager pretty good back up there. Sometimes you can push him beyond the stairs, and he'll just get trapped in there forever, and he'll ram himself until he's dead. But the problem is that takes time. And if you go too far away, he'll just stop doing stuff, and it's really frustrating.
Something I forgot to mention about the first truck is this a nice backup where, like, there's 1 pixel in a bush where it'll just, like, you hit him into it and it'll do, like, max damage for no reason.
Now we see how third truck goes. You want to stay back for a second, then make contact just after the bend. It's either managing the hit, although not... Actually, I'd say that's pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good.
He got a bit ruined by, like, a lamppost there, but...
I thought for a moment that the way the truck was sort of wheeling up against the tree, I thought for a second the way the game's physics would rectify it. The fact that the truck was doing something weird was that it would just, like, respawn or something like that.
I thought it would just, like, drive up the tree or something, or just not take any damage because of the lamppost.
That would be absolutely fantastic. Lamppost is actually a very annoying thing. In any mission where you have to hit a vehicle and make it drop stuff, if there's a lamppost that the vehicle hits, let's see, Mr. Plowjacket, yes, Mango.
Mango's now winning.
Now, okay, and also you're seeing another example of what was mentioned about the DMV earlier in the Skinner Escape. When you get those black screens when you go inside, you'll notice this in a lot of old games, like, for example, Banjo-Kazooie. when you go in, Cyther, I think, is going to type something in the chat for us. Oh, nope, just decide to stay still for a second.
He was just taking a nice little drink.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta, take a second and make yourself at one with the universe. It has very, for me, this would be very low coins. I wouldn't feel safe because I feel like this relies on Mansion Box quite a bit. That or a lot. Ooh, Mango getting the beautiful first truck. Well done, Mango. First truck down. Now, on the approach to including caffeine, you're going to notice the differences between okay runners, good runners, new runners, amazing runners. Because right now, every single bit of road you drive on to get from where you start Apu to the start of incriminating caffeine, you will actually drive through in incriminating caffeine. So picking up coins when you go to the mission is actually a time loss. Because technically speaking, you can pick up all these coins during the mission. However, that's risky. So that's when you see really good runners who are confident. Ooh, managing to get Mansion Box. Well done, Mango.
There's 2 coins I think you can't get together.
Nothing. They'll pick up nothing, basically.
Yeah. There's 2 bits of coins I think you can't get together, which are the 2 at the stadium, which you'll see.
The 2 at the stadium are pretty easy to get, I find.
If you get those with the one at the building in the middle. I tend to take Town Hall and leave Stadium for the mission, personally. Yeah, same.
Mainly because Longhorn, you'll notice sometimes, is very bad at climbing stairs. And I do not want to be messed up by that attribute. Meanwhile, Mango getting a very, very bad second truck. We'll see, actually, sometimes he gets caught underneath the Gamden Wheel of Fortune. Although he does not do it this time. He's going to be hoping to hit him just so he gets to the top of this hill. Or rather ramp, and force him into the wall. But he actually got in between the truck and the wall, which buffered that hit. Cyther now, momentarily opening the doors to Homer's office. Cyther now into incoming caffeine. It's a relatively difficult mission. When you're a newer runner, for me anyways, this is the mission where if I didn't fail it once, I felt invincible. Because,
I still do.
Yeah, it's genuinely back in the 211 days for me, I had this mission failed at least 4 times. Now we're gonna see how Cyther does here. He's gonna have to pick up both vending machines. We'll see if he actually decides to pick them up, because you can also pick them up later during this little piggy. I think he will. He will pick them up, and then he will go for Town Hall. Actually, no, it is the 8th drop. That is the signifier of if you're getting 2 cycled. I forgot. So Cyther will not be getting 2 cycled. If he was, that drop wouldn't happen, and you'd see that drop and go, wait 1 second, where's the 8th? And then realize, oh dear. And the way in which you can tell if a 2 cycle exists, if it can happen, is the route that the vehicle you're following is taking is actually a circuit. In the case of Wolves to My Pills, around where the 10th drop happens is also around where the 6th drop happens, so obviously that's a mini circuit in a way. And in the case of incriminating caffeine, it's basically just a giant circuit around the map. Cyther getting pin pals, very, very nice. What you call a New Zealand pen pal. Now we just have an incriminating caffeine between the 2 runners. Mango's coins are looking significantly healthier though.
Yeah, also that was a nice freebie at the beginning of a poo there for Mango.
That's one I like to go for, but it's very inconsistent.
I think everyone goes for it at this point. I saw Cyther and Mango both went for it, but
Cyther didn't get it. Cyther didn't. Oh wait, did he? I don't recall, but I know that he generally doesn't. I asked him about it once and he said, no, it's too inconsistent.
I'm pretty sure I saw him go for it.
I was going to try to turn left here and complete the mission, and now we're moving on to Baby Van. Now, what the heck is a Baby Van, and why is it so terrible?
Well, the thing with Baby Van is it's like you make your own strat as you go along. Because it's just the AI is just like a different child driving a vehicle each time.
Yeah, it's not a baby van because they're driving babies. It's a baby van because there are driving babies.
Yeah,
it is incredible. It's something you find hard to believe. Now we'll see if Cyther gets a trap here. We will not be blessed or cursed to watch the baby van. He will. Oh, I see. Yeah, he's going to be trying. Basically, if you hit a car head on and just keep on hitting it like so, and now we can see what the baby van does, getting onto 2 wheels. But what you're seeing here is Cyther is accelerating against the acceleration of the baby van. And the way the AI works in this game is it just sometimes decides, like, I'm not getting anywhere here, so I'll just reverse and try to find a new route. And he's... And not... Okay, wait, how did that drop happen?
I have no idea.
One second! He's not... Oh my god! He's so far in the hospital that he didn't activate Dr. Hibbert. That was incredible. Now, Mango's falling slightly far behind, falling slightly far behind, and the cola truck as Cyther moves into this little piggy. This is actually the mission which we require a Blue American for, which is something we pick up in Moe's Tavern. Because it's just it's just the easiest way to get there. Yeah, Beaver, he never drove to the hospital, he ran to the hospital. What? He's a fraud. Cyther's a fraud. Hashtag ban Cyther.
Is that one of those new world record strats we're hearing about?
It's a certified Chris Mario Maker. Wait, what? I don't remember what his name was. We had a slicer.
It was Christian MM. And yes, MM was Mario Maker.
Yes.
That man spoke wise words.
he spliced a bunch, and he was quite he had quite a lot to say about how innocent he was, despite the fact he wasn't. So, within the community, we refer to interesting strats as either Gambin strats or
Chris strats.
Or Chris strats. Okay, Mango will not be getting too cycled up. Ooh, and there you see he wants to get this box, but it's going to be risky. He will not be able to get that vending machine at Christopher. It's far too risky here.
Cyther getting the quite risky wasp. No soft luck there, and he also...
Well, no, I don't think that wasp is really risky. The thing is, you just need to bounce the accelerator. If you go at full speed, you just miss it entirely.
Yeah, I mean, he got out of his car to get it. I didn't mean the one at the beginning. The one at the beginning, he got the freebie of.
And Cyther using the car built for Homer horn.
My stream just froze.
Yeah, it is freezing on for both of us, right? Okay, Mango's is working, but Cyther's is not.
Oh, there it is.
It's back now.
What happened? Was that their streams just like in sync freezing, or?
I think it's just the RTMP here. Now, this little piggy, actually, I didn't explain as it happens, but there's a chance that the game can crash in it. Because...
And a soft lock.
There's the soft... Yeah, the soft lock is where Wiggum doesn't find his waypoint, because if in that monorail area, which you're going to see Cyther in about a minute or so, if Wiggum goes down the left-hand lane, he loses his waypoint and he just has no way of dealing with it. He just sort of goes around in circles forever. And then the other one is that just before the highway, if you get a hit and run, the way the police cars spawn, don't ask me how, it will just crash the game. And the worst thing is, if Wiggum... I used to think that, and I think someone corrected me that it wasn't the case.
I've seen them spawning out of bounds before, I'm pretty sure. I saw one like just pop out of nowhere out of bounds, with like fly down.
I've seen a police car spawn in from the sky. It was fantastic, but it landed on the highway.
I've also seen... Also, a mechanic that may crash the game is you can get busted by Wiggum.
No, you can't get busted. You can get the busted screen, but you can't lose 50 coins from it.
Oh, really?
That can happen. Yeah, it can also happen at the end of From Outer Space.
Yeah, that's how I know, because it happened to me in From Outer Space when I first ran the game.
Don't worry, you didn't lose coins in that case. It's happened to many people before.
Now,
Mango's getting a significantly worse baby van than Cyther. Trying to get the freebie, but not getting it. Now, Cyther will be doing a little bit of platforming here. The curse, the bane, just the worst thing about hit and run. Now, he will be going for that box because his coins are looking very unhealthy. He requires 600 coins at the start of part 2. Yeah. Well, technically speaking, by the 6th mission of Part 2, because there's Carbol for Vapostrap, but people generally would prefer to have 600 coins for the end of the first mission, because it's just generally the dumb thing.
Globex, people prefer driving the Globex car which you buy, and also it saves a second off of the Carbol for Homer strats.
However, the Carbol for Homer strats does give you 2 freebies that are available, because if you look at the Carbol for Homer right now, it's a very tall car, and obviously Wasp can fly. I hope I'm not breaking that to anybody. Wasps can fly, trust me. So basically, because it's a taller car and Globex Supervillain car, you'll see later, is really low to the ground, you will get significantly better chances on getting freebies with the Carbol for Homer.
Now you're getting the freebie there.
Mango, I think, just trying to put hearts into mouths by not getting close enough to Wiggum. There's areas in the center of the downtown area. Because Wiggum's route in this part of this little piggy is just a big loop, you can just sit there and he'll never get out. Once that Wiggum went the left-hand side. He has lost his waypoint. The question is, will Mango try to manipulate him back onto his waypoint, or will he... Ooh, is he? No, he's not on his waypoint. Is he going to try to I think he's trying to push him all the way back down to force him to go down the right side. But no, Mango is being destroyed. This isn't a soft block, but it takes forever to rectify, and he's just taking the restart. Generally speaking, my advice would be, if from the moment he does that first circle, when it's confirmed he has done this to himself, that's when you have to make your decision: restart or don't restart. Because if you do restart, you're not going to lose any more time than the restart will do, so long as it doesn't happen a second time. But if you don't restart, you can spend a while there just trying to get him out, thinking to yourself after about 40 seconds, restarting would have been better. Should I restart now?
Yeah.
And then you're just continually losing more and more time as you kind of eat away at yourself, thinking, I should have restarted, but I can't restart now because I didn't restart. But should I restart? It's really weird.
Also, it's time for Wiggum. There's this Wiggum escape here, and then there's Armored Truck coming after it.
Coots, you know what'd be really fun?
What?
Having to destroy a really powerful car, but it'd be like a really tough car, but what'd be even more fun?
A really cheap strat that can be ruined by traffic?
No, having to destroy it in a really, really weak car. Welcome to Armored Truck. Now Cyther will get the strat. He has got it.
He's gonna go get a Wasp here.
Snake's car is really weak. Armored Truck, very strong. I think we can start to see, a little bit of a trend. A little bit of a problem here. However, Cyther manages to get him trapped. Although you're gonna see as he goes onto the highway, instead of going any other direction, he will go right onto a shortcut, because if you go a certain straight line distance away from the Armored Truck, it will either reset itself. Ooh, Ganesh. Now we. Ooh, and Mango with a hit and run. However, it's at the end of a mission. At the end of every mission, when you get mission complete, it removes any hit and runs and it resets your hit and run counter. Now, basically, if you go a certain straight line distance away from the Armored Truck, it will, because the game doesn't expect you to drive so far away from the vehicle it's told you to deal with. The way the game kind of deals with this is either A, it'll reset the vehicle back onto the road, or B, the vehicle will just stop. It'll stop going forwards and back, trying to find a way out, but never finding it because it's going to kill itself. And obviously that's not good for us, because, we need it to die.
So you'd have to drive all the way back. Also, yeah, Cyther got the other Wiggum escape there. For some reason, this game just has 50 million times where you escape Wiggum.
Now, Cyther moving on to Curator. If anyone's been watching his stream of late, he's had a lot of difficulties with Curator. It's a very quick, very maneuverable, quite tough car. And you're in a pretty quick, pretty maneuverable, but not quite as tough car. And he gets the that's okay. There is a god strat that's better than that, but it's basically undone. People don't do it. Now let's see how Cyther does. 2.5 minutes if he misses. No time if he doesn't. He does not miss the cutscene skip. He will move on.
He got
to
it.
Part 2.
I think he got it on the second frame too. I think you can tell if it's the first or second frame because the first frame they'll be sat in their car, the second frame they disappear.
Now, if you were a bus driver, how would you pick up children? Would you, A, stop near the children and let them get on the bus, or B, run straight into the children and expect them to have a hitbox that transports them onto the bus? If you answered A, I'm sorry, you failed the test. You will not get a PB in hit and run.
But we'll start to get bored. Bored.
I'm sorry, we are all out of Bort license plates, and my son is also called Boris. Mango's coins are looking quite unsafe. He is going to require... I think he's going to need to get Armor Truck, or else he's just dead for coins. Cyther... Ooh, I don't think he should have gotten that. Because, yeah, he shouldn't have gotten that. I was going to say, because resetting will make him lose all his momentum. He got 31 coins right there, but he lost 50. That's a net loss of 19 coins. He only needed 12 to get the coins he needed. There's a phone box that's worth 2 if you can get it. There's all these trees and lampposts. It's all worth 1.
I think he might get the vending machine in the studio.
There's no value in the vending machine alone. I think he's going to do a coin grind. Yeah, he's going to do a coin grind. Maybe he'll just take the wasp. No, he's going to do a full coin grind in the coin grind room. Earlier when I was mentioning the Krusty Lou studio room, this is the one we're talking about. The boxes are worth 31 coins, and the vending machines are worth 16. 31 times 4, 124. 16 times 2, 32. 156 coins. It's worth a lot.
Hey, Kearney. Barney, we're... Fine by me.
How would you like the newspaper upside your head? That is the question. The nagging question that I think we all toss and turn at night trying to answer as Mango is moving on to the armored truck. And actually, incidentally, I also have the first question of the interview lined out thanks to that. Mango onto the first of the 2 Wiggum escapes as Cyther gets to the Krusty limo. Basically, we're supposed to actually get out of the car to talk to him, and it's supposed to be like the element of surprise. He just drives off on us. But we can get close enough to the actual limo while being in a car. Ooh, I don't think that's a strat. I think the truck will be able to get out of there within its turning circle. Let's see.
It's gonna get out eventually.
I think
it hit the pylon. It can get out.
Yeah, you generally want to see it crash into the point underneath the stairs. But basically, with the limo, before you actually are able to activate it and talk to it, it's an object. But when it's an actual thing that can move, it becomes a vehicle. But in that moment, it kind of does this weird motion, where if you're actually right next to it, at the moment that motion happens, you can get just catapulted away and 1 hit from death. And if you get destroyed, you're going to lose the race. Now, welcome to the most boring mission of the run, Lab Code Caper. We're going to see Frank do 3 loops, 1 of them twice, and we're going to pick up 4 or maybe 5 vending machines. I hope you enjoy the next 2 minutes of your life in the way I intend to enjoy the next 2 minutes of my life, by watching Mango's screen and Mango's screen alone.
Yeah, there's not much to commentate about Lab Coat Caper. Mango got a pretty fast armored truck for not actually getting the full-on strat.
I'd say he did get pretty good damage from the strat he did get.
Yeah.
Now moving into the second Wiggum escape, his coins, we'll see, 495. That is lower than you'd like, because in Curator there is a vending box that you can take. In the first mission of Part 1, there is a vending machine and a vending box that are pretty easy to take. And also a vending machine you can take, which is optional, but kind of out of the way. If he takes all three, he will be with, I think, I'm just trying to do the maths in my head, 2 vending machines, 32, 31, 31, 62. So he will have 95 coins. He has enough coins if he picks those 2 up. However, he might opt to not take one of those vending machines because you have to actually reverse at the start of the first mission, which, obviously you don't want to reverse because you want to go forward. And he might just opt to destroy some physics items on the way.
There's also a thing that you can do where he can try to go for a freebie at the beginning of Part 2 by turning around and trying to get the B at, is it a lighthouse?
I don't think that would be... Oh, actually, I'd actually totally forgotten. He's fine. He's fine for coins now. I forgot that he didn't take that vending machine because the incriminating caffeine. Because he took so long to get the vending box on the other side of Town Hall. His coins are perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his coins are ideal. In fact, he only needs the vending box in a... Oh, and he gets
that was so
by
unlucky.
traffic. That was perfect, Curator. But traffic was just like, not today, sunshine. Which, incidentally, is my nickname for Mango. You'll hear me call him that several times during the interview. But, okay, so he's about 2 hits away, or I'd say 1 hit now? Yeah, one hit. As Cyther moves in to Duff for me, Duff for you. In my opinion, the hardest optimal strat to get. It's ridiculous. Although
there's a new strat.
It's not a new strat. It's actually a strat that existed in 2012 or 2014, I should say. It just got forgotten about.
Yeah.
No, okay, Cyther's going for the strat that we have been going for the past while and not getting it. The backup is kind of forgiving, but I think he's too far behind it to get it. Will he? He will manage to get it, just about. As Mango did get Cutscene Skip and will be moving on to Part 2. Now see if Cyther can get a freebie here. He does not.
He can get another one, but...
that one's very unlikely.
Yeah.
As I was saying earlier,
with the car built for Homer, yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the Glowbeck Supervillain car, and if you just remember for a moment how tall car built for Homer was, you can just see, ooh, Mango not managing to get Bort. He will, I think that'll, be playing on his mind throughout Part 2, when he can get that. But as I was saying, Glowbeck Supervillain car is much lower, so it's hard to get Wasp, which can fly, as I broke the news to you earlier. Now Cyther will be going for Full Metal Jackass and will not get the strat. Oh, will he get the strat?
Yeah.
That looked like he'd missed it.
That's
now,
an amazing,
because he's destroyed him here. You remember that coin room he went into, where the 156 coins? He's destroyed a vending machine in a box for free. The explosion of Skinner's car just gave him 47 coins like that. If he had to destroy them manually, he would he's going to need to go into the coin room later, but he's going to have to do 1 fewer ground pound if he gets optimal positioning. But so you don't have to do as much movement to get to the coins and pick them up, but also you don't have to get them full stop. It's pretty handy. As Mango moves into, I think this is Get Down with the Clown.
Yeah, it's Getting Down with the Clown. He's getting the free coin box, which literally, I can't English, which literally wastes 0 time.
Ooh, managing to get a ride on another Krusty Film truck. Now, Cyther, let's see how he goes. Wait, what's he done? He's missed the 20-second trap! Ah!
No way.
Nah, darn. Basically, the way this game works is it gives you set amounts of time. In some missions, they give you set amounts of time for certain objectives, and the objective coming up is drive back to Custody Studio. When you pick up the 25th drop, you get that 50 seconds. It is always 50 seconds, no matter how much time you have left on the initial counter. So having that 50 seconds from picking up that drop that Cyther just did is a lot better than picking up the second last drop that Cyther did, which is kind of the quote-unquote conventional 25th drop because it's the 25th one you're going to see going on a linear path. Now this is... what Cyther's doing right now is, for me, the biggest thing about being a runner of this game in my head as Mango managed to get bored. That reset right there, because Set to Kill was such a difficult mission to play casually, that reset is just like the epitome of what it is for me to have learned how to run this game. Just how easy it made that mission. Cyther now, his coins will be absolutely lovely. If anything, perhaps overcoined even. I'd say he could have about 10 coins fewer and be totally safe.
Yeah. His coins look to be completely fine. I'm pretty sure if he goes and gets neighbors and like a vending machine.
If he picks up the vending machine, he's making a mistake. Okay, good. And he's going the conventional route. If you remember the end of Homer 1, there was a wall that we reset through. It was trying to force us into a particular direction to take the race. This race doesn't have a wall. It just says, go whichever way you want. Now, Cyther will actually be hoping that this chase sedan there, I'm actually not quite sure what the name of the vehicle is, manages this jump just fine, and it does. Because in a moment, okay, you're going to see it go down that shortcut down to the pier.
It's going to get a coin box.
I'm just going to keep an eye. Right now, 31 coins. That coin box on the beach that Cyther didn't get was just destroyed by that alien car. As Frank on Mango's screen is going mental. Excuse me.
Now for cutscene, Scurb.
Cyther, I'd say, pretty safe to win the race now.
Yeah.
Very, very significantly ahead.
Unless he blows up the waist at the end of
Oh my god, I absolutely love that. Mango there just decided to use the e-brake brake accelerator boost in order to run over Squeaky Boy's team. That is the kind of devotion we want from our runners. Boards are indeed a good way to board up windows, as Mango is with, let's say, a relatively decent coin count for this point of the run. And Cyther realistically only really needs the vending box and the spare coins from Krusty Burger, but he's going to be picking up the vending machine because it's there anyways. Although he's probably going to be about 12 coins over, I think, if my math are correct. As Mango finishes Lab Coat Caper and moves on to Duff for Me, Duff for You. Let's see. He will be... let's see. 14 coins. Almost had it correct. And let's see how Mango does for this. Now you're going to see Cyther go back to that graveyard he was just in, because he needs to talk to a zombie to pick up a zombie car, because the next mission, Long Black Probes, requires a car. And we will not need coins from then on in the run. The only thing that a getting hit run will do is make it dangerous because we're going to lose waste. Now let's see if Mango gets the strat. It looks like he will, although that's a very tenuous position to be in. He's gotten 2, 3. That should be 4, 5, 6. I think he should be fine. Yeah, he managed to get in there. Now this is the mission that Cyther's on now, Long Black Probes, is very difficult. It's very strangely difficult because a lot is happening without you realizing. Cyther's decision to be a certain distance away is very significant because the way... okay, in this game, there's no object permanence. So when Cyther looks backwards and forwards, the things that are forwards when he looks backwards cease to exist. And then when he looks forwards again, the game has to respawn everything. And that can mean things can disappear. However, the two things that will not disappear are A, vehicles that are within a certain distance from you because the game figures those are important because you're within a certain distance, and B, are objective vehicles. So by being a certain distance away from the car, either by being very far ahead or very close but behind, you can manipulate the way traffic will spawn, and also make it so that the despawn distance in front of you is basically right in front of the alien car, which makes it a lot easier to measure it in your head to ensure that when you try to despawn something, it isn't within that range and will never despawn. Then the alien car crashes into it, then it slows down, and then you slow down as a result.
Now, onto the first toxic waste mission.
Are you ready for original ideas for the rest of Homer 2? Well, I've got bad news for you. You're literally just going to go from the school playground to the nuclear power plant, or the nuclear power plant to the school playground for every single mission.
With a nice little hint of platforming.
Oh yeah, let's get Zoton in here just to, really get the feeling of a UKSM run. For those of you who don't know, Cyther ran Hit and Run during the United Kingdom speedrunning marathon. I believe that's what it stands for.
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
He found it. His controller was really weirdly malfunctioning during the platforming bit that he's about to encounter in about a minute and a bit. And his co-commentator, Zoton too, actually kind of made it the first ever cooperative The Sims Hit and Run speedrun ever, because he actually took control briefly. As we move on to There's Something About Monty.
Also,
I wonder if this mission will bring back bad memories for Cyther, because this destroyed his ability to get a sub 1 in any percent because he accidentally reset it one too many times. Ooh, Mango missing the jump there. He should knock around. He needs to take the jump, otherwise he will not have enough time.
He's lost it where he is right now.
No, he's fine. He'll get back in time. As long as you have more than, I'd say even 9 seconds.
Yeah, no, he definitely has enough time to get back.
Now, based on current pace, we might be able to see I'm just trying to calculate in my head right now. I say about a 1:33 from Cyther right now, which is a very, very good run, and quicker than any run Mango's ever done, or at least any run he's ever submitted. He's a crafty fellow. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a 125 on the side, just ready to unlist that video. Moving on to platforming. Have you ever had a nightmare in which the Simpsons Hit and Run was just entirely a platforming game? Every mission was platforming. I'll tell you this, I have. It was a very surreal night, as Cyther manages this platforming absolutely perfect. And we'll be doing an alt tab because it allows him to run through the mission complete.
I recently found Strat, if I remember correctly.
Relatively recent, yeah. Let's see how Mango's coins are as he picks up the 31 extra. He'll be fine. I'd say he might need 1 or 2 physics objects overall, but I think he'll be within... I'm just trying to remember how many coins are at Krusty Burger. Yeah, I think he'll be within about 8 coins of how many he needs. Let's see if cutscene skip goes good. Ooh, I think he actually thought he had it the frame before he did, because I saw him try to scroll down, but the only available position to go into was options as he moves into rigor motors, which only within... I've been playing this game for about 12 years, on and off, and only within the past 2 months I realized that mission was a pun on rigor mortis. Who's in the lead? Cythertime is by... I'd say about 5 minutes or so. So we are looking at a pretty certain victory for Cyther, so long as he doesn't have any major mess up.
Yeah, I think it's
as long as he doesn't turn the corner at Graveyard during Autopsy 3 and crash the game, which I kid you not can happen. And No, we just don't know how it happens. It just happens.
Another thing that can happen, which is very unlikely for top runners, is that if you miss the tractor beam, you can just hit the ground and the waste can go flying, which I found out the hard way.
I would say that even if that happened, Scyther would still have a relatively commanding lead. You should not be going for that mango. You only need 3 coins. That was a little bit of a time loss there to have picked up that gas station vending machine. It is a very big lead at this point, indeed, Mike.
Mango did miss the first cutscene skip, so that just put him at a big disadvantage in general.
I would say Redneck Roundup was the nails in the coffin along with this little piggy. It was, generally speaking, I'd say Marge more than Apu destroyed him.
Yeah. They both got really unlucky with follow missions because Scyther got 1 cycled and Mango got
2 cycled, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, 2 cycled, and then Mango got the quote-unquote soft lock.
So I think we have to take a moment just also to say, like, considering how Scyther literally got 2 cycled, which is an automatic 90-second loss, which is through no fault of your own, he's staring down the barrel of a 133. That is incredibly respectable. We're talking like a mid-131 run here, which is very near to his PB, which shows remarkable consistency coming from him, and he has generally been looking like he's going to break the 130 soon. I hope so anyways, and I hope, sincerely, I haven't somehow jinxed it. Brought upon voodoo.
This run turns into a 140 and Mango wins.
I can only hope. I can only hope. Let's see how Scyther does. And if anyone wants to be a little bit annoyed right now, if you look at the green stuff in the toxic waste, nuclear waste.
Yeah, the animation on the waste.
The animation is actually really, really bad. And it can kind of get to you if you look at it for long enough as the alien car crashes into Mango and the zombie car. I think he'll... Yeah, oh no, I thought for a sec he'd managed the... Oh, I think Mango just wanted to destroy the zombie car for a second. As Scyther moves on to the final mission of the game. I'd say he's... Okay, he's definitely on pace for a 133, but a high one. I'd say right now, a 133.50 something right now with a decent final mission.
An interesting fact about the toxic waste is the toxic waste acts as a physics prop, like a lamppost or a bench or whatever, where like it gives you hit and run meter and drops a coin every time you pick it up. But also, say if a police car spawns in the power plant, it can actually drag the toxic waste to you.
Or conversely, it can drive into the toxic waste or nuclear waste and push it out of bounds, which literally destroys the mission and you have to reset it.
What, as you can tell, like those 2 things, one's really lucky and one's really unlucky.
I'd say generally speaking, these runners have a pretty good sense of hit and run, so they're very unlikely to either activate hit and run just in that area, because I think there's only a limited number of areas where you could actually activate hit and run to cause a police car to spawn in that area. And generally speaking, they're not going to get hit and run except for quite late, if at all, because they're just pretty smooth drivers. They're going to despawn pedestrians, despawn traffic, and so on. Okay, Scyther looking... I'm just trying to keep an eye on that time because he is on the edge of getting that 133. And generally speaking, I would say, like, what is Mango doing? I think he's trying to get the RC car here. Which, you know, huge respect.
Amazing.
Let's all... Okay, everyone, go find yourself a hat, only in order to take it off in respect to Mango. I think he's going to try to do this in the RC car. Scyther, now he's pretty much going to get that 150 so long as he manages a decent tractor beam catch, and I'll just get ready on the... Okay, Cyther has finished it. Okay, I just have to get ready to call that winner for Cythertime.
Yeah, now.
Okay. Okay, that should declare him winner.
Yeah, we go.
It does indeed. Okay, Cyther, feel free to join the commentary chat if you so desire for a post-race interview. I'm just loving watching Mango. It's just incredible. Although he's not got enough time. He's not going to make it. It's physically impossible at this point. Like, you'd barely make it an open wheel race car. Oh my god, I'm just...
So
this
I think
brings
free to
me
join.
so much joy. Yeah, Cyther's in the setup chat. He'll come in when he's ready.
There you go.
So, Cyther, how do you like a newspaper upside your head?
Well,
To be fair, I did say that when I heard the NPC say that. I think it's a part 2 NPC who says it, but I'd use that as my first interview question. GG 133.55 with the 2 cycle.
I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. I mean, the first one, obviously I didn't keep up with it, and 3 items spawned, which causes that to fail. Fair enough there. I didn't know where the I didn't know the 3rd item where the sedan dropped it, so I kind of lost it there. But then the 2 cycle on top of that, I was just confused. I was just confused, really.
Yeah, as a mission failed, then a 2 cycle. Just wolves didn't want to be friendly.
No, without that, I might have PB'd. Might have. Who knows?
Do you have your splits up next to you? Do you have them like hidden?
223 behind. I was 220. I lost 229, so I would have been PB'd by 6 seconds. Had I not had any of that.
What was your best point? Like, I think you must have been ahead of PB at some point. You looked pretty good in Lisa.
Oh, I was ahead at Lisa. I was ahead in Marge. I was, let's see, I was 35 seconds ahead after Return of the Nearly Dead. 4-4. And then I lost, yeah, a lot. That wasn't good. And then I put the rest of the game down to me not practicing enough on it, so I just lost time gradually on that. Appeal was alright actually, but the rest of it I just didn't feel that went great. Including Bart 2, that didn't go well. But 2 went alright actually. It's alright.
And at the start of Apu, you just didn't move for about 2 seconds. What happened there? I thought you were typing in chat for a moment.
Oh no, I had a pie I needed to eat, and it was going cold, so I just I spent the extra time eating the pie.
Well, I guess that. Oh, how did Mango not lose that waste? I guess that does answer the question: who ate?
Yeah,
all the pies?
sorry, I needed pie.
And do you have anything to say about Mango's run? I imagine you were listening to the commentary.
Well, first of all, I saw that Mango went the wrong way. Well, used the 100% route for 1-4. Which,
Yeah.
Blind Big Brother. Sorry. I was confused by that, so then I thought, this might be a fun stream. So, did Mango miss cutscene skips? I think he might have done.
He missed
Part
part
one.
1, yeah. And
Just
also
part
his...
one?
Yeah, his
Just part one.
monkey see, monkey do route was very peculiar. You know at the back of the town hall, how we do that thing where we turn left, then reset, and then we turn left again for the monkey, and then move on to the last bit.
Yeah.
He took the monkey that you reset to get near first. It was very peculiar.
That's not weird. That's an old route.
And Mango's an old runner as he moves in to
Well, to be fair,
Autopsy Part 2.
to be fair, Mango just does what he wants. Like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what his mindset was coming into it, though. I imagine it was like, I'm gonna have some fun, so I'm just gonna play with the RC car. So, yeah.
To be fair, he only did that after he'd already lost. It was quite clear he'd already lost.
Also, did you forget to turn off your mic at the beginning? Because I swear we heard you say like a word.
I said, no. I had my mic off from the very beginning. There was one point where I turned it on because in 3-1, I turned it on to say a word when I turned it off.
Accidental.
Mango, forever the entertainer. Just trying to... I really can't wait to get him in here to
Oh
interview.
no, is Mango gonna
brilliant.
take the moon? Mango is taking the moon. Good guy, Mango. Good guy.
I'll actually do a quick check on the bracket just to see who we are going to be facing next, both runners.
Well,
Let's see.
I'll need reminding. Yeah.
Cyther will be facing the winner of Liquid Wi-Fi versus Raj, which is essentially gonna be, you know, it's
Go
kind of like a
Raj!
pre-final. It's a
Go
pre-final
Raj!
essentially.
Yeah.
And
Smash him up!
And Mango will be facing. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit complicated. The winner of Fatty the Fathead versus Orc, and Nostalgia and Frazzle. So basically, those are two separate matches. And then the winner of the winner is the winner. Yada yada yada.
If we go via pure time, it might be Orclon. It might be Orclon.
Orc is probably the favorite within that little bracket.
Yeah, so if it's time-wise, it probably might be Orc.
And I'd say that would be a very entertaining race to watch.
Yeah.
Because,
I don't
as
think...
we all know, Orc would have to reset an SMRT for being 0.1 seconds behind.
Well, that's not going to happen, though. He won't be happy about it.
On.
No, I agree. He'll probably be about 30 minutes in and realize he's running Resident Evil 3 by accident.
Okay.
Let's just see if Pessimistic Mango has any treats for us as we move into
He
Auto
might
2023.
He might get a 143 or maybe a yeah, probably 143. Just
Yeah,
looking
he
at
can,
time-wise.
yeah. I'd say he's just beyond the point where he could scrape a 142.
I don't think so because he went a bit wiggly woggly.
So the next race is going to be Sadly versus Spam, if I'm correct,
I believe so. Yeah.
on the 20th with unknown commentators.
As of
With
yet, at least.
Oh, unknown.
We're not just gonna. We're not just gonna
I
suddenly,
lo-
like, you know, have a Discord call with some randomer.
I love it. We have unknown and commentators going to commentate on that match. Yes, give me that.
Yeah, we're
Amazing.
just gonna.
I'm excited.
We're just gonna type in like a random name into the Discord directory and just say, "Do you want to commentate a hit and run race for no reason?" And Cyther has finished the credits. Truly, victory has been achieved.
Getting the Ganesh costume.
Oh yeah, that Ganesh costume was. Ooh.
Oh no.
Wait.
Oh, he's the exit program.
I think that is truly the way to end any. So I'm gonna have to actually mark him.
Oh.
Because I'm afraid to say
I don't think he even meant to do that because his mouse messed
Well,
him up.
No. His mouse had him hovering over.
I think that's a forfeit.
Hello there, Mango. How would you like a newspaper upside your head?
I was impulsively going to restart the mission, then realised you don't restart the mission, you drive back, then realised I'd clicked exit game. That was not a rage quit.
GG, Mango.
Yeah, I mean that sums up the run, really.
What happened there, Mango?
What was your redneck roundup? Take us through it.
I don't normally go for both vending machines, and I was quite undercoined, so I thought, oh, I'll go for both, and then failed. And then failed again, but I'm not taking the blame for that second one.
Mango.
Yeah, the second one was pretty weird, yeah.
I had the best wolves you could ever see. I failed the mission, and then I got two-cycled, Mango.
Nice. I mean, I will say that I didn't get two-cycled. That's something that's come out of this.
Nice.
I did get soft locked with Wigan though, so you know.
Oh, wait, you did?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Whereabouts?
left hand path. Left
Oh,
hand
the
path
monorail,
on a monorail. Yeah.
Oh, that is a sad face.
Yeah. I tried to sort it out. Sometimes it works, but
Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay. Has anyone in the chat got a question they'd like to ask before we finish up?
No. Oh wait, I'm not the chat. I'm just Cypher. Nah.
Well, I guess that answers whether Cyther has any questions he wants to ask.
Well, I mean, I don't mind. I like questions. As long as they're easy ones. Like, what is the meaning of life?
So either 2 plus 2 equals what, minus 1 equals what, and what is that?
Well, I could tell you one thing that I know for sure, which is not maths. If I face liquid Wi-Fi, oh dear.
I'd say
That's basically
back to face. I mean, we're looking at like a.
I'm saying
14 minutes
if I face
difference.
liquid Wi-Fi, oh boy. If I face Rog, then ooh, spicy.
I think hasn't Liquid only had like sub 130s the entire tournament?
He has, yes.
Great.
don't
it's
worry.
fine. Just do that.
Don't worry,
Honestly.
Roger's trained for this.
Okay, I think that should be all the time we have. I'd like to thank every single person who came by to watch. Thank you to Sadly Badly for advancing tournament, and to Speed Racing 3 for having hosted us. The next race, as Coop said earlier, is going to be who do you say again?
Sadly versus Spam.
Sadly
By
versus
unknown
Spam.
commentators.
On Thursday the 20th at 4 p.m. EST or 9 p.m. EDT, or BST, my apologies, if you want to stop by for that. We don't have commentators yet, so if you're actually in the commentary team for Hit and Run, feel free to sign up for that. Thank you very much for watching, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Cyther, and a sincere thank you to Mango for providing.
I did all I could.
I love the RC car. I love it.
Yeah, that was a bold move that didn't pay off. Could have been a big
Shame.
time save there, but it,
Yeah. Next time.